Hello, hello. How is everybody? I'm so excited to be with you guys, and thanks for hopping on with me tonight. I'm MelissaShaver, and we're going to be talking all things products tonight, as well as talking a little bit about detox and why that's so important. So I'm very excited that you're with me throughout the evening. Please take time to ask any questions that you have. Hey guys, hey Liz, I'm so glad y'all are on with me. Ask questions, give me some love, let me know if this is resonating. And we are here to support you. So I'm super excited that you're with us. So I'm thrilled to be here and thankful that you have taken time away, because I know that our nights are so important, and I know that it's 6 o'clock, so many of you may be doing a replay in a little bit, and I completely understand that. That's one thing that I love about this business and about being able to share with you, is that we do it all within our own time and what's the best for us. And so I love that you're able to come back and share in a little bit. But first and foremost, I really just want to congratulate you for getting started on our products. And it's really been my best decision with my health, as well as with my finances. And so I'm super excited that you have made the decision to start these products with us. You know, whenever I started, I really didn't know a great deal about these products and what I was putting into my body and what the different ingredients were, but I did know that I trusted the friend, my girlfriend, who shared Plexus with me, and I also knew that her doctor approved of the ingredients, and that was enough for me at that time to get started. That's what I needed to get started, and that might be your story. But I've learned so much over the years, and I continue to learn. I continue to be fascinated and amazed by the synergy of our products, how they work together, the quality of our ingredients. So I'm hoping that tonight that you're going to hear something that maybe will be very helpful for you, to get you not only excited about your health journey, but just give you this determination to be consistent and to have a desire to see your health really at its optimal level. It's my hope that every person that wants to thrive in their lives, that you have the ability to do so. And I know through my own personal experience with my health, just with that health transformation, I know that it's available to everyone. But the consistency, the determination, the support that we want to give you, all those things are critical. So hopefully you've received, if you're here with us, you've received from the person that invited you, that you got started on your products. I'm going to call that person a sponsor. So hopefully you have received already from your sponsor some type of a chart or a schedule on how to onboard your products, as well as hopefully a detox article. If you haven't, raise your hand. If you will, put a little note in the comments. We'll make sure that you get that. I'll make sure that I put it into this live once I'm done as well, so that you'll have that if you need that. But that just really helps you become familiar with the products, how to take them, detox, why that's so important. Detox and die-off is actually good for you. So first and foremost, I want you to hear this as we get started. This is a journey, and it's not going to be overnight. It's not an overnight transformation. It won't happen in a week. And we've never shared that your health is going to be a quick fix. I don't think that anyone within Plexus community has ever said that this will be a quick fix. It just doesn't work like that. We have too much that we're bringing to the table of past history, of experience, and our eating and our health concerns and issues. So it's just not going to be that way. And maybe you've tried those quick fixes in the past, and maybe that's why you're here with us now, because you've come to realize, that you need to focus more on getting healthy on the inside out. And when we focus, guys, when you focus on those root causes of possible weight gain or inflammation or blood sugar issues, whenever you look at that and why you're craving unhealthy foods, amen, all those things, you're going to be so thankful that you realize that it starts internally in the gut, And once you get all of those things healthy, a lot of those symptoms go away. So you're going to start, feeling fantastic and amazing. You're going to have more energy, better sleep. And for those of us who need it, not everyone, but you might see that weight come down, those inches begin to come off. And that could be changed for the better for you if that's really your biggest thing, is that you're wanting that weight loss. Let's get to these root causes first. And then we're going to be able to see just the magnificence of that piece of it. I have been incredibly blessed with my health journey. I had 4 autoimmune disorders, chronic severe pain. I had so many symptoms and so many crazy things going on with my little body. I definitely wanted to lose some weight, but I just want to feel good, and I wanted to have energy. And I've been blessed with my health concerns being symptom-free, and I've also been blessed with losing inches and just my body being stronger. So those are all exciting. Guys, I love our products, and because I love how it works. I love how it gets rid of these toxins and it begins to heal our system. Our bodies need that time to heal. And it's known scientifically that it takes 90 days for our cells to regenerate. And it took a long time for you to get where you are today in your journey. So please just be consistent, be patient, know that these products are working. Definitely we're going to talk about water intake, but you definitely want to be taking these products and drinking all of your water. That's going to begin to incorporate all these other healthy habits in your life, and you have that ability to create that change you want to see. So we're here to support you. We're here to share what works and to encourage you in that. And that's really why I encourage at least those 90 days. I really, with all of my clients, I recommend at least 90 days. That's a minimum on these products because of that 90-day cell regeneration. It takes that amount of time to be able to see how this is going to help you in the long term. So 3 months. It might sound long, but in the scheme of things, it is not. So be patient, be consistent, be committed to seeing your body heal from the inside out. So that's really the first step. The first step is being committed. And I feel like you are. You're here with us tonight. So thank you for that. Secondly, I really want us to talk about staying connected. And then we're going to move into some of these products. So this is what I want you to hear is you need to know that everybody, your body and my body, they're all different. And we're all created uniquely. I'm so thankful for that. We all have different experiences and health issues, environmental concerns, stress points, etc. And every body may require a different routine. So that's why it's important that you aren't silent through this process. Your sponsor is reaching out to you and wanting to have conversation with you in this health journey. It's so critical for you to stay connected to them. Ask questions. If you have concerns, if things are going on, if you're feeling uncomfortable, it's so important. I know we're reaching out a lot to you to hear those things, and sometimes you're a little bit silent. This health journey is a commitment and a connection. We've been through it. We've experienced it. We're here to support you. No question is crazy. No symptom is like unheard of. So don't think, man, I feel uncomfortable asking those questions. We want you to ask the questions because we want you to be successful. We're personally invested in this, and we care about how this works for you. So please know that. We don't want to just sell you a product and then send you on your way. We really want you to get the most out of these products. We want you to thrive with your health. So reach out, ask the questions. There's so many great ways that you can get support. And one of those is being right here with us today and seeing everything on this page about product knowledge and testimonies and different things like that. So I'm glad that you're here with us tonight and that you're participating through this, because your success is so important. And we want that health transformation for you. So let's talk a little bit about the products. And tonight, I want us to talk about our main gut health products. And then if time allows, we'll definitely talk about a couple of our other products tonight. But also I want you to know that we're going to be discussing products next week. We have a pain management system that I really want you to know about. We have a weight loss system. If you're really, keyed into that space, it's so successful. And I want us to talk about that too. So know that those things are coming. We can't talk about everything tonight because honestly, I'm trying to keep us on a tight schedule because I know your time is important. So I want us to really talk about these main ingredients of the gut health products and why they're so key. First, I want you to know that our main focus is in plexus overall. The main focus is gut health, inflammation, and blood sugar stabilization. And for most health concerns that are out there, most symptoms, most diseases, all of that, they have a root cause of one of those three things. So for many that I speak to, they also have a vitamin deficiency. And that is a critical concern to your health. I know it was for me. Whenever I was introduced to plexus, I was actually vegetarian at that time. And I had gone to eating as a vegetarian because I had no energy and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't feeling good. And so I was trying to eat all of these nutrients and I still felt just as bad as I did without eating all of that. But it turned out that my body was so deficient and it could not absorb the nutrients. So it didn't matter what I was doing. If my gut was unhealthy, I couldn't even absorb. So know that lack of that and the not being able to absorb, that is a gut health issue. So first, let's talk about the Slim. The Slim is the little packets that you get. You get 30 a day in your bag that comes to you. We have both XOS, which is a prebiotic Slim, and then we have Hunger Control, which has a polydextrose protein in it that is super good. I mean, a fiber in it. So this is our flagship product, and it's essential to balance. It'd be great if it was called Balance, yes, because that's really what it does, is it balances your blood sugar, it stabilizes your blood sugar. And I think so often people believe that it's all about just a weight loss drink, and it's way more than that. The complexity of the ingredients in this product or in this drink is truly outstanding. So a couple of things that I want to just tell you about. The chromium that is in this, that's one of the great ingredients in here. It's a natural blood sugar balancer. So the connection between insulin and health issues is a really, really big deal. Getting that stabilized is critical. So chromium, just so that you know a little bit about it, it helps glucose convert to energy, and it also helps with brain health. Because of how we eat, most people are very, very deficient in chromium. So I love that is in this product. Symptoms, so this could be some symptoms if you are deficient in chromium, and it's going to sound very, very familiar, right? So craving sweets could be a deficiency of chromium. Depression, lacking energy because of the body's ability to the body doesn't have the ability to metabolize that glucose in the fats. Can also produce, you could have a higher cholesterol or triglycerides. So all of that could be chromium deficiency. Another ingredient is the Garcinia fruit, and this is an antioxidant, and it's fantastic for boosting your serotonin. So that is your happy. We love serotonin because it makes our mood, it enhances our mood, if you will, and it just is kind of that happy. Another one that is really a key one for me, a key ingredient, is the alpha lipoic acid. You heard me say at the beginning that I had severe chronic pain. I would drink 2 different fish oils every day. I would take up to 12 Advil every day. My body was so broken down from inflammation, but I just wasn't educated in all of that. Knowing that this had the alpha lipoic acid in it, which is a plant-based anti-inflammatory. So it's great also, not only for inflammation, but it's great for eyesight, it's great for memory, and it's great for your skin. You hear a lot of people that are on plexus, or if you get started on it, and there's many reasons that people say this, but one thing that they say is, man, you look so much younger, or you look like you're 20 years younger, or your skin looks so good. it's because of these products, these gut health products. So you're going to get to start hearing that. Isn't that exciting? Another really great ingredient is the green coffee bean extract. And this is a really big piece because I hear so many people talk about this, or they hear about this ingredient and they think that it's full of caffeine and they immediately say, oh, I can't do caffeine. But that's not the case with this. And so I want you to understand this a little bit. In our last 2 trials, we had a 0% residual caffeine showing in this, because we actually take the green coffee bean and we extract the chlorogenic acid in that. And that is an antioxidant, and it's great for cravings, for carb reduction, for, kind of controlling that hunger for carbs and sugars. So it's a really big deal. And I believe, I think on the label it says that it's, I think that we're required to say that it is like half of a cup of decaf coffee. So please understand what that coffee bean is used for, how we extract from it, and what we're pulling out of that. It's super key for just gut health. So it helps balance your hormones. The Slim does. There's no artificial ingredients or dyes. It's sweetened with stevia. It's non-GMO. We have beetroot extract in it. That's why it's pink. So it's super, super, super good for you. So let's talk a little bit about when you take it and how to take it. You pour your little pack, 1 pack a day. Some people do like to do 2. If you're really wanting to, if you've got a lot of weight to take off, or you're really struggling with cravings for sugar and things like that, or snacking a lot, there's a possibility that you would want to do 2. But for the majority of people, 1 is good to be able to take. And you're going to pour it into 12 to 16 ounces of water. You can always, put it in more water if it's way too sweet for you. You can put it in less water if you love the sweetness. I really like to put it in room temperature water, or just maybe a little bit chilled water. But if it's too cold, it's going to be harder whenever you're shaking it up to get it all dissolved. So if you love for it to be poured over ice, shake it up in room temperature and then pour it over ice. You can also add lemon or lime if you want to adjust the taste a little bit. A lot of people love to put it with sparkling waters and things like that. So know that you can play around with that. Coconut water is super good with it. You can take this prior, on the label it says to take it 30 minutes before breakfast. So you can take it before you wake up. A lot of people, if you have like high blood sugar, it's really good to take early in the morning, like right whenever you wake up. If you have low blood sugar, or that's something that you struggle with, I would really say make sure that you take it with a food. So maybe take it with your breakfast, or take it in between breakfast and lunch once you've had something on your tummy. So that would be really good for you. And like I said, you can take it once or twice a day, just depending. I think you're going to be good with 1. And then also, if you find that you are, like, your kind of weakness is in the afternoons, maybe you snack a lot in the afternoons or early evenings or late night or something, you might want to take your Slim 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Or a lot of people I've heard, if you have a night shift or something like that, you might want to take it like that. This is the deal, and this is what I want you to hear. Get it into your system and start being consistent with it. Like I said, if you've got low blood sugar, that would be me. I would have been that person. And so in the beginning, I really needed to have it with something to eat. So make sure that exactly what I told you when we first started, our bodies are all different. And so we want to help you with that as to when to take it and when it's best for you to take. Let's talk a little bit about the BioCleanse. Now we're working through what's called the triplex combo. It's 3 products that we're walking through right now. So the BioCleanse is so misunderstood at times, and it's such a critical, important piece for us. It's so important for everyone. It is a detoxer, it's a cleanser, it's an oxygenator, and this is the big deal about it, is that it is very, very rich in magnesium. It also has vitamin C in it, but I just did a post on this page yesterday. So go back and you can read through that post. It's probably just a few posts below of this one, but this is kind of the short end of the deal of why it's so important about the magnesium. It's because about 80 to 90% of the population is magnesium deficient. And so the reason that we are so deficient is very, very simple. Many of us eat this crazy diet that is fake food, it's processed foods, and it contains practically no magnesium in it. It's highly processed, it's a refined diet, it has a lot of white flour in it, a lot of dairy in it, and so there's just no magnesium in that. So for you to kind of understand a little bit about that, anything that is tight or irritable or crampy or stiff, a lot of times you see it through cramping of IBS or restless leg syndrome or eye twitching. Any of that, any part of your body, even in your mood, it could be a sign of magnesium deficiency. So a couple of signs, and I think it might even surprise you a little bit, but it would be like hearing loss or brittle bones. You know, for a long time, calcium was the big thing for brittle bones, but it's really the magnesium that we need. Migraine headaches can be a magnesium deficient result, and it could be the root cause. So chronic fatigue, the eye twitching that I told you about, high blood pressure, intense PMS, irregular heartbeats, anything like that. So magnesium, guys, it's involved in over 600 reactions of our body, of how our body moves and works. So it's super, super important. Everyone should be on BioCleanse. I think that we get this big concern of this cleansing out, and it kind of freaks us out and says, we don't need that. I don't want to be in the bathroom all day long. I want us to work through that tonight so that we can talk about it, because it's such a super important product for you to be on because of that oxygenation. It also helps with collagen production. So that's a really big deal, especially the older we get. I know it's a big deal for me. So let's talk a little bit more about, we're going to talk about that detox piece in a little bit, but I really want to bring up right now about the BioCleanse as we talk about this supplement, because this is where I think a fear comes in, or a big concern, and people quit really quick. And as I said in the beginning, it's super important that you're consistent for at least a minimum of 90 days, because one of those side effects whenever you first begin this in this product could be an upset tummy. Maybe you have gurgling in your tummy, or you may feel like that you have to go to the bathroom way more often than you ever did. The rumbling, the loose stools, things like that. If you think about it though, just think about this. If you see the high percentage of deficiency in people, magnesium deficiency in people, your body's going to have to be re-educated. And I'm always talking about these supplements that you're putting into your body, any supplement, but ours, how they work synergistically together, the science behind the ingredients, and the potency and the quality of them. Whenever you're putting that into your system, your body's going to be educated. It's going to go, okay, you're doing something different. We've been trucking along and been so normal with our processed foods and our medications and our stress, and now you're doing something. So your body has to be educated, and it's going to have to get used to this magnesium, especially if it's been so depleted. And now you're starting to put it into your system, and that oxygenation that's going to happen, it's going to start moving things. And guys, that's good. But I also want you to ease into it. I want you to really ease into the process. So you're going to onboard that chart that I told you about, whoever your sponsor that brought you in, they're going to ease you into it, because we do want you to be as comfortable as you can. We want you to detox. We want this to get out of your system, because it's years and years and years inside, especially if you're severely constipated. Like, all of those toxins are in you. So we want to get rid of it, but we want to do it as comfortable as we can in the beginning. And then your body will get comfortable to it, and you're going to be working like clockwork. So starting off with only one, maybe two is how you're going to start. And then you're going to increase to 3, and then you'll increase to 4. So optimally, you'll be doing 2 in the morning and 2 at night. but don't start there. Let's start you off slowly, see how your body reacts and how you're doing with it, and as you're educating that. So start slowly, know that you're going to detox, know that you're going to cleanse, but don't quit when you go through that process. If you start with 1 and you're tracking okay and you go to 2 and it gets a little bit uncomfortable, let's pull back to 1 a little bit. Key to stay connected to your sponsor through that process so that we can do the best for you. So make sure that you're reaching out, you're connecting. If you're more on the constipated side, we might literally increase you to 6 BioCleanse. We have some women that I think even today we're talking a little bit about that on our page, that 6 is their number. We have, I know a nurse friend that 6 has been her number for 5 years. She's been taking 6. She's just always been more on that constipated side. I was at 6 for a number of months and now I'm at 4. So that's always going to look different. But if you're more constipated, so maybe you're only having bowel movements every 2, 3, 4 days, that's not good for your system. So once again, work with your person, connect with them, and let's get you set for that. So when do you take them? The bottle says to take these, for the best results, it says to take it on an empty, for sure, that's always good, and to take it in between meals. But for many people, in between meals is difficult. So I would say for those that are more on the constipated side, you might need to do it in between meals to get everything moving. I was a constipated side person, but even for me, taking 2 in the morning and 2 at night, that was the easiest, the most simple. And I'm going to go back to what I said with the Slim, get it into your system and get started. So this regimen, we want it to fit your lifestyle so that you can be at your optimal health. So know that. I know what it says on the bottle, but I promise if we adjust and change, the key is getting it into your system so that it can start working. So make sure that you're doing that. And also just know those side effects of the rumbling tummy, the upset, the loose stools, the possibility of a little bit of diarrhea, which is a detox die-off symptom itself, with or without the BioCleanse, those things will pass. So just make sure that you're sticking with it. I want to keep up with my time here. The next thing I want to talk about is your ProBio 5. Everyone should be on that ProBio 5 if you are going for optimal health. It's reported that we come into contact, I think, with 528 different toxins every single day. So processed foods, our environment, stress, antibiotics, birth control, it all breaks down our system and puts it into this dysbiosis, which weakens our immune system. It keeps us very, very sick. It gives us all these autoimmune disorders and all these mystery symptoms and headaches and different things like that. So our ProBio 5, it has 5 strains of good bacteria in it. It also has, and this is so key, probiotics, they are not all the same. They are not apples to apples. Ours has an antifungal in it, and that breaks down Candida yeast. Now, Candida yeast, which is about, I think it's 30 to 40% of our population has Candida overgrowth, and that it breaks that down. It's this really hard protein from all the toxins in our systems and from all the sugars and processed foods. It breaks down those toxins in our systems. It also has a digestive enzyme in it. A lot of people, you may hear, you may be one of them, that you did a probiotic and a digestive enzyme. Ours is together, and ours has the antifungal in it. So it's very, very good for digestion, for nutrient absorption that I talked about a little bit earlier. And once again, it's very good for increasing our serotonin production, our happy, right? So do you see what's happening? We're called that health and happiness company. There's a reason for that, because when our gut is healthy and good and thriving, our mood is healthy and good and thriving. So when you take the probiotic, let's talk a little bit about that. You're going to take it every night on an empty stomach right before you go to bed. The bottle says it's recommended, I think it says 2. 2 is your maintenance mode, if you will. But again, we're going to go through an onboarding process. You're going to start with 1. And maybe after 3, 5 days, you can add that second one in. And so I actually take 4. This is kind of what we were talking about with the bio cleanse. You're going to kind of find your number that's best for you. So everybody's body is different, and we're going to work with you to find what that number is. But I had lots of candida overgrowth. I had the 4 autoimmune disorders. I had really poor eating habits years prior to whenever I started. Even whenever I started this, I'd been 7 years, I believe, whenever I started Plexus, eating very clean. I have celiac disease, and so I knew how to eat clean. I've actually, in the last 5 years, have learned so much about eating clean, and just what fuels my body. And I want you to learn those things too. But I had lots of antibiotics, maybe you too, birth control for over 30 years, like all this stuff. So there was a lot going on in my little system. And 4 is great. And honestly, you know, I'm an advocate. I really am, for more good bacteria. I think Brooke Hemingway, who's one of our nurses, she was I think an ICU nurse, and she's one of our top leaders. She is a huge advocate for more good bacteria, because we can always use more to combat all the processed foods and the toxins and the stress and the chemicals and the antibiotics and the birth control. All those things, it all kills off good bacteria in our gut, and we need to replenish that. So with this supplement, you're going to feel more energy. You're going to have faster recovery whenever you're sick. You're going to have this desire for healthier foods. I know for me, the pantry did not call my name anymore. My pantry knew my nickname. It called me all the time, and I thought that I had to eat everything until it was gone. No kidding. My family, like, they will tell you stories that I would water down food, that I would put salt all over foods, that I would throw food away, because I just thought I had to eat it all. I was one of those Lay's potato chips that you couldn't just eat one. Amen. So that's going to change all of that as you get your gut balanced and you get all these good bacteria and you get all the toxins out of your system. You are going to be at your best health. So I want to talk just real quickly about detox. And we've touched a little bit on it, but all 3 of these gut health products, they have some form of detox in them. And I really want to say that detox and die-off, this can be a layering effect that is going on for you. We all have layers of healing. So you may feel great when you first start these products. And then, you know, the sun's coming out and you're feeling happy and good and life is great. And then maybe 3 weeks in, you feel really, really bad. You're going through a layer of detox. It's a layering process. Others of you, which was my story, you may have die off and detox from the very, very beginning, and then you're going to feel super great later. So stick with it either way, whichever scenario is yours. Be consistent, be committed. Drink your water, don't quit, stay connected with your sponsor so that we can help you through this, and just communicate with them. So please reach out with those questions. And for me, I went through a 4-month detox like I shared, but I never ever quit. I believed in this system. I believed that it was going to work for me. I was thankful that I finally found a natural, clean way of supplements, because I believed in supplements from the very beginning. I don't know what your story is, if you're not sure about supplements or if you totally believe in them. I've always believed in them. I just couldn't find the supplements that literally, that I felt a difference. And guys, if you're taking supplements, you should feel a difference with them. And so I'm excited that you're with us, because you're going to be able to see that with this. But I never quit. And I want to share this with everyone. Like, I want to shout it from the rooftops, because on the other side of detox, on the other side of die-off, my entire health transformed. I am symptom-free today, and I want that for you. I want you to stick with it. So some of the common detox symptoms, it could be fatigue, headaches, bad breath, constipation, achy, flu-like feeling, hunger, being hungry. I know in the beginning, I was super hungry. I was like, what's going on? I'm more hungry and I should be less hungry. It is a detox that you are going through. I also was super sleepy in the beginning. It was a detox. Now, I needed the blood sugar stabilization, right? My blood sugar was really out of whack, so it made me sleepy at times. And so know that. Irritability is another one. Itchy skin or rashes, nausea, bloating is a really big one. Weight gain can be because your body's trying to hold on to everything as you're educating and flushing out. Your body's saying, no, I'm not going to do that. So you could have body odor. You could have night sweats. That was a really big one for me, was night sweats. And your sleeping pattern might really get off for a little bit. You could have tummy aches, brain fog. As hard as it may seem, as I'm talking through all of those, and you might be going through it, don't give up on your new health journey. Embrace the symptoms. It means that it's working for you guys. I mean, a lot of times I'm like, you need to celebrate. This means it's working. This doesn't mean that it's awful and it's terrible and it's not. You want to get all that stuff out of your system. So as best as you can, smile at that headache and don't weigh yourself. Like, really don't weigh yourself during this time. And whenever your pants feel tight, just know that you're going through a process and that that's going to go away. Try to laugh at that fatigue that you're feeling and experiencing. Stick with it in your health and happiness. It's going to be worth it. So lastly, I really want to touch on this because it's so critical, and that is water. You have to drink your water. And this is not a plexus thing, guys. It's so important. We are very, very depleted of water. We're dehydrated, and you were like that way prior to plexus, most probably. But we're putting an emphasis on it because it's critical for overall health, period. But it's also just as important as you begin your health journey. Oftentimes your detox symptoms are there because you're not drinking enough water. I mean, if you think about it, even today, if you weren't on plexus, you could actually still have been known for maybe chest pains or headaches or fatigue or lightheadedness or nausea. Those are all dehydration symptoms. So also, you may not realize this, but many people, they overeat because they're dehydrated. And I'm known for that even now. I will start eating and I'm wondering why I'm eating because I'm really not hungry at the moment. And then it hits me that I had a really hard workout that day, that I haven't had all of my water, and I'm eating in the place of getting hydrated. If you drink a lot of water, you know, they always say drink a lot of water before you eat because it does change the way that you feel about that. Also, if you're sleepy or you're tired or you're fatigued, drink a big glass of water. You get energy from that. So it's a dehydration thing. Lacking that energy and drinking that water every single day. So 20% of our water actually comes from food intake, the things that we eat. The other 80%, it should be coming from water itself. But I think for the majority of people, think about you. I mean, I don't know, but for the majority of people that I start working with on their health journey, they may have a glass of water a day. They're drinking tea, sodas, sugary drinks. They're not drinking water. So they've actually just flipped it upside down. They're eating foods, trying to absorb, that body's trying to absorb that water. And so this is what we suggest. And this is not a plexus thing. This is overall health. You could go see it, but you've got to be doing it if you're doing plexus, if you're wanting health transformation. Drink half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you need to be drinking 50 ounces of water. But if you work out, guys, you need to be drinking 10 to 20 more ounces a day, depending on your workout. And if you're out in the sun, we're about to go into summertime. If you're out in the sun a whole lot, your water intake needs to increase. So this is going to hydrate your cells first and foremost. But the water is also, it's going to flush out those toxins and the waste that is in your body, which is also going to help you lose that fat. Everyone needs water. It's part of our life. It's how God created us. So make sure that you're doing that. So guys, I hope that this has been helpful for you. Leave me any questions that you may have, and I'll come back and answer those questions. I'm so thankful that you are with us tonight, and I want to see you next time. We're going to be talking about our weight loss system, and we're also going to be talking about our pain management system. So you guys, thanks for being here, and I hope you have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to y'all soon.